All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome, everybody, to day 6. That can't be right. It is day 6 of the French Open already. Jeez, it's gone quick. It's flown past. I mean, we're already almost halfway through the tournament. We've got third round action today with Zheng taking on Mboko. Mboko is somebody that has been on the radar the last couple of weeks, or maybe the last couple of months. A Canadian taking on Zheng, the Olympic gold medalist of 2024, who won the Olympic gold at this venue, on this court. Or not on this court, on the other court, but here at this place. So let's see how she looks. We've got Sabalenka Danilovic coming up later. Swiatek, Raducanu, Alcaraz playing tonight. Plenty of stuff to do today. There's so much going on today. So much. But how are we doing, chat? What's going on? Are we ready for tomorrow, the day? Let me just check something. All right. And these two have never played. First time meeting, as far as I am aware. But we'll see what Mboko can do. Because she is a new player on the scene. Yeah, never played before. First time meeting. And the winner of this match will take on, in the 4th round, so we're getting to the serious stuff. In the 4th round, we're taking the winner of Yastremska Samsonova. Mboko comes with the qualities as well. She took out Lise and Sun along the way, who both have had Grand Slam runs over the last 12 months. You know, Sun had a great run at Wimbledon, and Lise had a great run in Australia. So now it's Mboko's turn to have a good run as a quali, which is fun. All right, Chad, who you got winning this one? Also, Musetti's playing, and Anisimova's playing at the moment as well. So we'll keep an eye on them as well. But who have you got? Who have you got? But yeah, not many big men's matches today. Not like yesterday. Yesterday was massive ATP day. Today is a big WTA day. Mainly because Swiatek's not number 2 in the world anymore, and it's very stacked up the top of the draw. So we've got plenty of things to watch. I'm going to go with Zheng in 3. I don't know what Mboko can do, but we'll learn that today. So I'm going to go Zheng just because I know what Zheng can do. But I'll go 3 sets because I don't know what Mboko is going to do, and maybe she's crazy good. All right, Mboko backhand goes long, and it's 15 love. Zheng in 2, Zheng in straights. Cool. All right, 15 love. Zheng only because she has superior pedigree on clay. Yeah, I'm not sure what Mboko can do, so that's why I'm not picking her, because I just don't know what to expect from her. So I'll go with Zheng because I know what I know with her. But Mboko could shock. I don't know. Maybe she does surprise. 30 love. $30 love. As the return goes in there from Mboko. 40 love. I'm Team Mboko. Okay. Didn't you stream Mboko Gauff in Rome? Did we? I don't think so. No. We haven't watched Mboko before. Zheng holds, 1 love. We've never watched Mboko before. This is a first time watch. Okay. First game goes to Zheng. All right. Mboko to serve. Mboko to serve. There's a fault, second serve. Zheng hits it wide, 15 love. Love. As that goes out by Zheng again. 30 love. All right. Well, Zheng gets a little lucky with that shot and it's 30-15. Who do you think will be the semi-finals of the French Open on the ATP? I made a video about it on the second channel. You can go watch it. It's a prediction video that I actually picked the predictions of that exact thing you just asked. All right, 30-15. As a forehand now. Into the forehand of Zheng. Forehand from Mboko. As Mboko goes to the backhand of Zheng. Mboko forehand slice in the net. 30-all. 30-all. Serve again. All. There's a return. Goes in the form of Mboko. Zheng backhand. Goes long. And it's 40-30. Are you going to do Draper versus Fonseca tomorrow? Hell yeah. That match is going to be awesome. 40-30. All right. Mboko holds. 1-1. 1-all. Mboko on the board. Now, most of you probably are thinking, who is Mboko? Who's this Canadian? She's 18 years old. Born in North Carolina, Charlotte, USA, but plays for Canada. Her full name is Victoria Mboko. She is 5'10", right-handed with a two-handed backhand. She made the first Grand Slam debut this week, making a third round. So we're all talking about Fonseca making a French Open debut, but Mboko's never played a main draw of a slam until this week, and she's into the third round as an 18-year-old. So having a great week. 120 in the world currently, which is her best ranking to date. has won a lot of challenger events and WTA, low-ranked WTA events. Futures events, not challengers. Future events this year, she's actually won 5 titles this year. 2 in France in January. 3 in France in January. 2 in France in January, 1 in America, 1 in the UK in February, and then 1 in Portugal, all on hard courts. So she's won 5 titles this year on the ITF circuit, which if you don't know the tier of circuits, it's WTA is the top tier. Then you've got WTA Challengers, which is basically the bottom tier of WTA events, and then ITF events. So, and they're all split up into like different, Grand Slams are different to 1000s and whatever. But like the big tier is sort of WTA, Challengers, ITF. 5 ITFs, so tier 3, right? But still, 5 titles this year. That's pretty impressive. As an 18-year-old playing, women's tennis, winning 5 trophies is crazy. Also made a final of a clay court challenger, which is a tier above what she's been winning in Italy this year as well. So she is really playing well on the lower ranks of the circuit. Junior success, she did make 2 doubles finals at in the Junior Slams, Australian Open, Wimbledon 2022, both with Kayla Cross, who's a fellow Canadian. Lost both those finals, but made 2 doubles finals in the juniors in the Grand Slam scene. So she is, she has definitely has been playing well. She's been doing well. But can she beat Zheng? It's a whole nother level of thing. Also, her career best win by ranking is beating Wong in Palma a couple of weeks ago, who was 43 in the world. This is only her 3rd player in the top 40 that she's played against. She's played Gauff in Rome, where she got a set, but she lost. She played Badosa in Miami this year and lost in a tie-break 3rd set, and now she's playing Zheng. So she played effectively 3 top 10 players, because Badosa is now top 10, right? So 3 top 10 players this year. Funny enough, she hasn't played anyone else in the top 40 except for those 3 players. So I'm sure that'll change. As Mboko hits in the net, it's 30-all. Her best win by ranking is Wong. She's also played Osorio and got a win over her. She's beaten Teichmann, Buksha. She's beaten Harriet Dart before. She's also taken out Jovic, who is another young player coming through. Maya Joint she's beaten in the past. She's also taken out... who else is a name that we all know on the WTA? Bagu as well. So she has had some good wins over those sort of 50 to 100 players, But it's the top level players that she's trying to play more often, All right. There's a forehand now from Zheng to the forehand of Mboko. Lob goes up. Oh, and Zheng puts it in the net. And it's deuce. Bad smash by Zheng. What are UTR events, by the way, Cam? So that's sort of like a separate sort of tour. UTR is interesting because it's not really affiliated with the ITF. So it's not really considered a points. You're not going to get ranking points for playing UTR, I don't think, at this stage. But UTR is still a way of coming up into college tennis. I think UTR you can go through college, maybe with a UTR ranking. But UTR is sort of a new thing that's not really associated yet with ranking points. It's sort of it might be and I don't want to dismiss UTR because I think the UTR is a great system, and I love the way they go about it. But I want to say it's sort of below ITF. It's sort of you go, as Zheng hits a winner on a break point and gets a deuce, you sort of go from like UTRs are sort of maybe your first point of competitive money tennis, money reward tennis. Like you win one of those, you win some prize money. Sort of your prize money. Again, I've got to do a bit more research, but I think it's your starting point if you want to become a pro, because it's sort of, and it's become big enough that you can get get a feel of how you are against other sort of people in your rating. So you can kind of get an idea of like, okay, what's their rating? Okay, they're playing these tournaments. Okay, maybe I should go play them. So it kind of gives you a good indication on where you are in the world and how you stand, where you stand in the world ranking or the world ability, I guess. UTR is great, but I think it doesn't award points, so it's sort of below the ITF. Like if you want to become a pro tennis player, you would do UTR events along the way, but you couldn't become an ATP professional just with UTR. You'd have to probably, again, unless someone has done that, but you'd probably have to play. ITF is your best bet. Playing ITF events to start, you want to get to there as soon as you can. But UTR is great though. I love UTR. I think UTR is such a fun system. As that goes to the net, and Zheng holds. And Zheng is on the board in the lead again, but Mboko had a chance there. All right. Did that explain it? Hopefully that made sense. All right. We all like Alina, but the crazy Swiatek-Penko match could be 7-0 Penko. Wow, yeah. That is true. It sure could. Definitely could be. Oh me. Thanks, because I saw some players playing an ITF circuit playing on UTR, so I was curious. Yeah. What was that? Yeah, so I think UTR and ITF like futures events, there's probably a lot of crossover because ITF would get you again. I've got to do more research on UTR and where they sort of fit in the landscape of professional tennis. But I guess look, the best way to figure it out is go watch Tennis Brothers, because Felix has played. I think he's played UTR events and he plays a lot of ITF. And that's sort of he has that balance. I feel like also UTR is more American, and ITF there's more European opportunities, because I know ITF events in Australia are very limited. UTR is probably more events in UTR events. So again, I think it's sort of a hybrid. Like you do a little bit of both, but ITF are the ones that I think they're the ones that you can build a world ranking off. UTR it's more about. Yeah, you don't get ranking points from UTR because UTR is not associated with the ITF, right? And the ITF are the ones that work with the ATP and the WTA and have ranking points, right? But UTRs are sort of that. Like I guess if you don't have an ITF playing around the time you want to play that week, you can play UTR as like a good, I'm sure there's a lot of crossover in the lower rankings. 15:30. 15:30. Apparently, Feast said a big no to playing on Saturday night. Yeah. 15:30. So we get a let. $15:30. There's a point out of the backhand slice of Zheng. Zheng hits it long though, and it's 30-all. As Mboko serves again. The backhand of Zheng. Mboko forehand to the backhand again of Zheng. So Mboko again to the forehand of Zheng into the backhand of Mboko. Zheng with a forehand cross. Mboko hits it out. And it's break point for Zheng. 30-40. All right, 30-40. As the return goes in the front of Zheng. Back in now from Mboko goes wide. There's the break. Zheng takes it. 3-1. We need Cam to predict the schedule for tomorrow. All right. Let me predict the schedule for tomorrow. Okay, so who we got playing tomorrow? So we got tomorrow's gonna be a crazy day. Sinner Lehechka, Rublev Fils, Draper Fonseca, Zverev Kaboli, Djokovic Misalic. I don't think Djokovic plays during the day on Senna. I think he'll be a night session if he plays it tomorrow. If he wants to play on Senna court, it's gonna be a night session. Unless they put two men's matches on during the day and they give the ladies the night, but I don't think they're going to give a ladies match a night session unless they put Giacomo versus Boysen, which is two French women, but probably not. On the women's side of things, I don't know who plays center court because Gauff is playing Pliskova, which is interesting. Andreeva versus Putintseva. I don't know Pegula Vondrousova is probably center court, right? Because that's a huge, that was a huge match, 2 years ago. On the men's side, I think we're going to get center court. If he said no, then he might have to play on court 2. Zverev Kaboli could be the night session. I could see that being the night session. Fonseca Draper. I feel like Draper's already played a night session. He probably doesn't want to do it again. Oh, he didn't say no? Oh, then who the hell said he said no? He was joking. Oh, he was joking that he didn't want to play night session. Okay, then Rublev Fils will be night session. So Rublev Fils at night. Now, do you put Sinner Lehechka? I think Sinner Lehechka, if the French Open are going to be consistent, they won't give Fonseca center court. They'll put Fonseca on court 2 with Draper, and Sinner Lehechka will be center court on... so Djokovic and Draper, they're not going to put Djokovic on court 3. There's no way. Zverev Kaboli will be court 3. Draper Fonseca on Susan Longland with Djokovic Misalic. Rublev Fils the night match. Sinner versus Lehechka the day match on PC. And then, Zverev versus Kaboli on Matu. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think that they're not giving Fonseca. They don't think Fonseca is going to sell out the main stadium, so they haven't been giving him the big courts, which is crazy. Draper only played center court yesterday, I think, because of Monfils. And if Draper didn't play a Frenchman, he probably wouldn't have got center court over other players. So I'm going to say Draper Fonseca go to court 2 with Djokovic, unless Djokovic wants to play the night session, and no one else does, maybe. And then I'll go with Rublev Fils at center court. Has to be. Because he's the only Frenchman left in the top half of the draw. So who else are you going to talk to? So he'll get center court with Rublev and then Sinner Lehechka. I couldn't see Sinner Lehechka being on court 2. That would seem strange to me. Because that's a good match. Sinner Lehechka is a good matchup. If it was Sinner versus someone else, like maybe Thompson, okay, I could maybe see that being pushed onto court 2, but I don't think it gets pushed to court 2 for another match. And Djokovic versus a qualifier is not going to be on center court if they're consistent with their scheduling. It's a tough one. Tomorrow's a tough schedule. There's a lot of matches. A lot of good matches on the men's side. 40-30. It's a tough schedule to predict. But we'll find out in the next couple hours what we have to do. Is Poppy our only hope on the men's side of the draw? Yeah. Correct. By the way, Navono's up 3-1 against Musetti already. Crazy. Okay, we get the deuce here. Chance for Mboko to break back. As the backhand goes in the backhand of Zheng, backhand of Mboko. To the backhand of Zheng as Mboko backhand to the front of Zheng. And Zheng hits it out. Advantage on Mboko to get back on serve. To get back on serve. Advantage on Mboko. Serving to the back of Mboko. 4 now from Zheng to the front of Mboko. And Zheng hits it long. We're back on serve. 3-2. 3-2. Hey, Victoria. Thank you for the 10 gifted. Appreciate that. Jeez, that was crazy. What the hell? Thank you for gifting memberships to the 10 people that got them in the chat. Appreciate that. That's very generous. You didn't have to do that. Thank you, Victoria. Shout out to Victoria. Give some salutes to Victoria. 1 second, chat. All right, we're back on serve. 3-2. Yeah, shout out to Victoria. Appreciate that. All right. We're back on serve. 3-2. Cam is going out that thrift store. Now is going to clear out the thrift store. What do you mean clear out the thrift store? There's plenty of stuff still there, I promise. All right, Zheng. Wins a point, love 15. Love 15. As we're to serve again from Mboko, then a forehand from Zheng on the stretch. Mboko to the backhand of Zheng as Mboko goes down the line to the front of Zheng. Into the front of Mboko on the stretch. Zheng, as we're backhand on the stretch, Zheng goes wide. And it's 15-all. 15-all. I'm going to serve again. As Mboko double faults, 15-30. As return goes in the front of Zheng. Mboko hits it long, and it's 15-40. 15-40. There's a bit of fault, second serve. Second serve, the point of Zheng, back into Mboko. Zheng with a sliced lob. As Mboko comes in, Zheng with a pass. It's too good. Zheng breaks. 4-2 in the first. Okay. All right. Mboko had the break, gave it back. Just the return goes in the net. And it's 15-love. Zheng hits another great serve. And it's 30-love. All right, 40-love. Good serving again. All right, 1 minute game, by the way. 40-love. As a default second serve. Second serve. And Zheng holds 5-2. All right. Five, 2. Zheng's current ranking. Her current ranking is in the live rankings is 5. If she wins the tournament, she could be number 3 if Gauff loses to tomorrow. Possibly. But she could be number 4, though. That's definitely a possibility. Hey, Richard, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome back. Appreciate it. All right. Zheng holds 5-2. All right. Five, 2. As Mboko serves a double fault. Love 15. Okay. There's a return. Goes out by Mboko. Love 30. Love 30. $15.30. $15.30. As we had a forehand slice from Zheng into the backhand of Mboko, but it's out by Zheng, 30-all. By Sabalenka starting in about 20 minutes. As that goes out in the return from Zheng. And it's 40-30. To make Zheng serve for the set. As the return goes out by Zheng. And Mboko holds. And it's going to be Mboko. So Zheng serving for the set. All right. All right, 15 love. $15 love. As Mboko hits it out, 30 love. $30 love. As Mboko forehand into the net, 40 love. $40 love. $40 love. Zheng serves an ace. All right, there's the first set. 6-3. Wasn't easy, but Zheng gets it done. All right. All right. First set in the bag for Zheng. All right, 9 winners and 12 errors from Zheng. 1 winner and 11 errors from Mboko. So, unfortunately, her game is not working as well today. But let's see what happens. Why are you streaming this useless match? Okay. All right. All right. First set in the bag. Do players actually have a right to decide where and when they want to play? Kind of. It's not as free will as that though, but yeah. I mean they do, but it's not without penalty if they skip events that mandatory events, right? So yes and no. But the players, I think overall the players feel like they don't have a choice. And that's not great. That's not what we want. We want the players to feel like they can navigate their season, but sometimes they can't. Thanks for streaming this match. No worries. We're streaming this match because I want to see what Mboko is all about. And but also Zheng. I mean, she's one of the favorite. Well, she's one of the, maybe not the favorites, but she's definitely a contender. And we haven't watched her, so all right. Nice hitting from Zheng. And it's 15. Sorry, love 30. Serve in the net is a fault. Second serve. Second serve as the return goes into the forehand of Zheng. Mboko into the forehand of Zheng, who hits a drop shot. Winner. Beautiful shot by Zheng. Love 40. Chap, could Zheng win this thing? Why are we not talking about Zheng? Could Zheng win this thing? Could Zheng be the French Open champion at the end of this next week? Is that what do you reckon? I feel like we're not talking about her. She did win a gold medal here. I mean, that's not nothing. All right, Zheng breaks. 1 love in the second. All right. Zheng with the break. Darren.
Do you think Zheng will make WTA finals this year?
I think so. I think she will, yeah. I mean, if she wins this, she makes it, right? Pretty much. So, thank you for the donation. And to the backhand of Zheng. Backhand from Mboko to the front of Zheng. And to the front of Mboko is Zheng down the line. Mboko gets to the backhand cross. The backhand of Zheng. Zheng hits it out, though. It's love 15. And that was good by Mboko, I think. Yeah, love 15. Zheng just asking the question. First serve is a fault. Second serve. As the forehand goes in from Mboko. Volley from Zheng in the net. And it's love 30. Love 30. As Mboko to win, I love 40. Love 40. Love 40. As a return. Goes in as Zheng hits a smash in the net. Wow. All right. We're back on serve. 1-all. One all. One. All right, 15 love. As we return now from Zheng. Goes wide, 30 love. 30 love. And that was wide. Hawkeye confirmed. All right, 40 love. There's a bit of fault from Zheng. So from Mboko, second serve. The return goes in the front of Mboko. Zheng hits it in, but Mboko's shot was called long. And it's... And it's 40-15. All right. Nice serving on Mboko. She leads. Now Sabalenka's coming on now. Perfect timing. So let's get her started. Her match started as well versus Danilovic, who is also playing doubles later today. All right. Okay, 2-1. Welcome, everybody. We've got Sabalenka coming on up against Danilovic, which is an interesting matchup. I think a lot of people maybe not surprised Danilovic is here. She did do well last year at Roland Garros. She beat Collins in the last round, did Danilovic. So let's see what she does. Sabalenka, getting to this stage, she beat Teichmann and Rakhimov. She's only lost 5 games to this stage. Danilovic beat Fernandez first round and Collins second round. So she's had a couple of good wins. Winner of this match will take on Towson or Nisimova. We're also watching Zheng Mboko, and Zheng was up a set and a break, but now Mboko is fighting back. So it's a bit of a fight for this one. So plenty of tennis going on this day 5. Wait. No, day 6. Day 6. Wait. Yes. Day 6. There's a 4 now from Zheng. Into the forehand of Mboko. Zheng with a forehand to the backhand of Mboko. And Zheng backhand to the forehand of Mboko again. The backhand of Zheng. Mboko down the line. And Zheng with a forehand cross. Mboko slice. Zheng forehand again to the forehand of Mboko. Into the forehand of Zheng. Down the line to the backhand of Mboko. Sliced again. And then Zheng with a drop shot. But she pushed it wide. 15-0. All right. What happened to Chapo? He lost. He lost. Okay. 15-0. By the way, we also have Swiatek taking on Christian coming up later. Is that coming on after Musetti? I think it is, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, it's after Navone Musetti, which is still first set. So that's still going. As a return. Goes out by Mboko, 40-15. Now, Roland Garros does not have Hawkeye. They do not. As that goes in from Zheng, too good. She holds. All right. All right. You don't need Hawkeye? Well, sometimes you do. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Double fault. And it's love 15. I love 30. Love 30. As the return goes in the forehand of Mboko, backing out from Zheng. Into the forehand of Mboko, sliced to the forehand of Zheng. And then Mboko backhand, great shot. Zheng gets it back. Mboko again to the forehand of Zheng. Mboko volleys in the net though. She played a good point. Love 40. Love 40. As Zheng breaks. Mboko in the net. And we are a break for Zheng. All right. All right. This game's gone quick, yeah. It's been a very quick game, hasn't it? Navona's up 5-3. You said he's in trouble, yeah. All right, see you later, DJ. Enjoy. Cam, why don't you have the game time posted? Because I can't do that. All right, 3-2. Zheng with the center break. All right. And Zheng gets 15 love. Mirra's bored. Mirra's asleep. There's a difference. As we go back and return into the forehand of Zheng. Forehand from Mboko sliced. And Zheng in the net. 15-all. All. Sabalenka should be starting any second. Any second now. They've played once before, Danilovic and Sabalenka. Only the one time. It was back in Madrid of 2018. Sabalenka got the win, but it was a long time ago. All right. (30-15). Zheng serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Mboko. Zheng backhand to the foot of Mboko. Into the foot of Zheng as Mboko backhand to the backhand of Zheng. In the backhand of Mboko, but that goes out. And it's 40-15. All right, first point goes to Sabalenka. Who you got, chat? I'm going to go Sabalenka in close straight sets. And it's 15 love for Sabalenka. And now it's 15-all. Sabalenka hits it out. And Zheng hits a winner. Little shake of the fist. 4-2. 4-2. All right. All right. 15 love. All right. 30 love. All right. 40 love from Mboko. As that goes in the net from Zheng, and it's 4-3. Mboko holds. All right. Okay. Thoughts on the Draper game and Musetti at the moment? Musetti I'm not bothered about. The Draper game's going to be really fun. If it's anything like last night's match with Monfils, it's going to be a lot of fun. Because Fonseca is, I wouldn't say is like Monfils, but he does have a dynamic game like Monfils. But, yeah, it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully Fonseca can play clean, so then we can have a match, you know? Hopefully it's a clean match. It's a good, like, you know, if he's hitting a lot of errors, then it's going to be not fun, but it should be really fun. Anyway, Sabalenka love 15, as Danilovic goes to forehand of Sabalenka into the forehand of, so the backhand of Danilovic. She hits a backhand down the line. Winner. And it's 15 all. $15 all. All right, 15 all. As that goes out by Mboko. Oh, Zheng thinks it's in. Sorry, the umpire thinks it's in. Zheng's like, hell no, that's in. That's not in. Yeah, Zheng is not happy. Umpire saying it's good. Zheng saying, can I challenge it or not? But there's no replay. There's no way to look at the replay. Roland Garros does not have replays. Let's see if they show the replay for us. Because Zheng thought it was wide. Ooh, Hawkeye said it's in. Umpire, good call. It's like millimeter, but it was in. So the umpire was right. Interesting. See, this is the thing, chat. We're going to have these problems with the only tournament in the world that's going to have these problems, right? Except for the smaller, you know, WTA events, but the only big event that's going to have this issue because they didn't want to implement Hawkeye for some reason. All right. Love 40, by the way. Big calls by the umpire. And now, it's a chance for Mboko to break back. Sabalenka breaks, by the way, too, love. She starts very strong. And with a 4 now from Zheng, that's a winner, 15-40. $15.40. As Mboko hits it long, and it's 30-40. All right, serve again. Into the front of Mboko. Return goes into the back of Zheng. Mboko forehand of the stretch. Zheng gets the point, though. Mboko overhits it, and we get back to deuce. All right. Danilovic, by the way, is down 3-love in 7 minutes. Sabalenka is cruising. All right, advantage Zheng. Good fight back. And Zheng serves again. A fault. Second serve. Into the backhand of Mboko. Zheng back into the backhand of Mboko. Zheng with a forehand. Into the backhand of Mboko. And Zheng backhand again. And Mboko into the forehand of Zheng. To the forehand of Mboko. And Zheng forehand again goes down the line. Mboko's there with the backhand cross. Zheng gets on the stretch. And then Mboko down the line, backhand winner. That's a great shot. Back to deuce. Great hitting from Mboko. All right, deuce. We get a fault, second serve. Seven to the backhand of Mboko. Backhand now from Zheng. And Mboko again, the backhand of Zheng. And then Mboko hits it long. Advantage for Zheng. All right. And then Zheng wins the point. So he wins the game, sorry, and stays in front. Okay. Okay. Mboko serving to stay in the match. And Sabalenka about to get a double break here, but Danilovic puts it away. All right. Still a break point for Sabalenka for a double break. And Danilovic double faults. All right, Sabalenka for love. For love. Five, 3, by the way, I think Someone's coming out for... Is it the crowd? Someone in the crowds? Or something's happened to the crowd, maybe? I think something's happened in the crowd for the Zheng match. That's what we're waiting for. Maybe. Yeah, it's pretty warm out there. The sun's hot today. Yeah, something in the crowd's going on. Hopefully they're all right. I feel like nobody's talking about Sabalenka. Everybody's talking about Sabalenka. Okay. Sabalenka, 4 love, 15 love. As Danilovic goes to the forehand of Sabalenka. Into the forehand of Danilovic. She hits it long. And it's 30 love. Sabalenka serves in the forehand of Danilovic. Back into Sabalenka. Danilovic down the line. Sabalenka forehand cross-court winner though. 40 love. $40 love for a 5 love lead, Sabalenka. All right. Danilovic goes to the forehand of Sabalenka. Sabalenka overhits it. Danilovic gets a point, but Sabalenka still got a chance to win the game. And forced Danilovic to serve to stay in the set. All right. Okay. 5-3. Chance for Zheng to win the match, which you can break here against Mboko, but Mboko with a good serve, and it's 15 love. By the way, Danilovic trying to hold on. And also Swiatek's coming on after Musetti. Musetti's done a set and a break, though. That is sketchy. Also, Anisimova won the first set against Townsend in a tiebreak. Return goes in the forehand of Mboko, and Zheng gets the point. Mboko hits it wide. 15-all. All right, 15-all. Zheng with the backhand on the stretch in the net, 30-15. As that goes in by Zheng, 30-all. By the way, chat, didn't Alice and Runa play a 5-setter this year? Did they play 5 sets at the Australian Open, or am I remembering that wrong? You know, it's 5 love Sabalenka as Zheng hits it back in the net, 40-30. Am I remembering that correctly? Did they play a 5-setter in Melbourne? I'm pretty sure they did, right? No? Who am I thinking of? Runa and Alice. Runa and who? Who did Runa play? I swear Runa played a Frenchman in Australia. Oh, it was Wimbledon. They played a 5-setter at Wimbledon. Who did Runa play a 5-setter against this year then? They played a 5-setter at Wimbledon, so I was half right. I was kind of right. Just didn't get the right Grand Slam. I remember they played. Didn't they play? They played under the lights, right? I remember they played like a night match. Because I can remember it being like a big, loud stadium. Did they play under the lights? Yeah, Runa played Kecmanovic in 5. That's what I'm getting confused with. I'm confusing it with Kecmanovic. But he did play a 5-setter against Ellis at Wimbledon, though. So, chat, there's a lot of tennis going on. Sometimes the wires get crossed. So that's interesting. Yeah, he had a 5-setter against Triple Z as well. But I'm thinking of the Kecmanovic match because I think we watched it. I'm sure we watched it. We watched both of them, I think. And we didn't watch the Wimbledon one, but we definitely watched the Kecmanovic. It's your job to remember all the scores. Bro, are you serious? How the hell is anyone going to do that? All right, 5-4. Zheng served for the match. But Mboko's been impressive. Even though, she's not going to have anything to show for it. Mboko at 18 years old on Grand Slam debut, playing against the gold medalist of the Olympics who won at this venue. Mboko is impressive. She's got a game. That backhand, inside out backhand, I love that shot. Beautiful shot. She has got a game. All right, 15 love. All right, 15 love. I'm going to serve again from Zheng. As Mboko backhand to the backhand of Zheng. Zheng overhits it. And it's 15 all. Nilovic also 15 all, trying to avoid a bagel. All right, 15 all. And Zheng goes down the line, the back of Mboko. Zheng can't get that one. All right, 15-30. Chance for Mboko to break back. Okay. Okay, 15-30. Second serve for Zheng. As Mboko hits it in the net. Trying to go for a drop shot. 30 all. You said he breaks back? Nice. Uh, 30 all. Sabalenka, by the way, serving for the set. At 5-1. As that forehand goes long by Zheng. All right, advantage. Sorry, 30-40 on Mboko. 30-40. First serve is a fault, second serve. Dutchy.
What do you think of Mboko camp?
I just answered that. Thank you for the donation. 30-40. And Mboko hits it out. And it's deuce. Yeah, I think she's super impressive. She's got an aggressive game. She's playing like... I mean, I don't know if she plays like this all the time, but she's playing like she's played against these players before. It's kind of like Fonseca. Like, he looks like he's been around for a while. And you'd be mistaken to think that he was like 22, right? You'd be like, oh yeah, this guy's played a lot of tennis. But she kind of has that same game. Like, she's kind of got that game where you're like, oh yeah, she's played. Like, you could mistake her for like early 20s, right? You'd be, oh yeah, she's got a good game. She's got a solid game, but she's only 18, so it's like, well, shit. She can already hit with these big players. It's just going to be a consistency thing, right? All right, backhand to backhand rally. Mboko again, the backhand of Zheng. Zheng on the net, advantage on Mboko. And we talked about it at the start of the match. She's won 5 ITF titles this year, which is huge. That's a lot of titles for anybody. I mean, 5 titles in a year. Doesn't matter if they're, whatever, level. 5 is a lot of titles. She's winning a lot. So, also very impressive. She's back she's into the top 100 for the first time as well. Is she the youngest player in the top 100, or is she... Andreeva is still younger, right? But she's got to be the second youngest player in the top 100. Behind Andreeva. Because Andreeva is 18. As Mboko backhand, it goes long. We're back to deuce. Who else is young in the top? What about Maya Joint? She is in the top 100. I think she's 19. So she's the second youngest player in the top 100 now. But very impressed. It's a shame she hasn't got anything to show for it in this match, but she has been hitting some really lovely shots. That's a normal play cam. Love it. Love that. As a return goes out by Mboko, and Zheng's got the match point. All right, Mboko with the Zheng with the match point. Also, Danilovic about to break back against Sabalenka. Or at least get one of the breaks back. Can you preview the games without expecting an upset? Geez. Isaac, can you explain yourself? Advantage Zheng. What are you yelling at me for? What are you going on about? Somebody in the crowd making noise, and the crowd's like, shut up, everybody. We're trying to play tennis. Somebody's walking around. Hey, the match isn't over yet. Where are you going? Advantage Zheng. Get back here. One more point. You can't wait 1 point. And Mboko on the net. There it is. Zheng wins. Into the 4th round, and no one's really talking about her. She's just sneaking through the draw. And she will now take on the winner of Yastremska and Samsonova, who are playing later. And then Sabalenka quarterfinals is possible. But Sabalenka might have to get through Anisimova, who she doesn't like playing. So Zheng could make a semi if Sabalenka falls. There's a possibility. There's an opportunity. GG's. Good win by Zheng. But again, like I said, Mboko impressive. I'm sure we're going to learn a lot more about her in the years. And I don't know if clay's her best surface. I mean, we don't know yet. We haven't watched enough of her. But if she's better on other surfaces, then watch out, because she's just won 5 matches in a row on clay. Grand Slam debut as well, making to the 3rd round on your Grand Slam debut at 18. That's crazy. I mean, that's so impressive. It's more common that on the men's side that it's 18, but some of the ladies are younger when they make a breakout. But that's massive. That's huge. 18-year-old getting to a 3rd round in their first ever slam through the qualies, even more is impressive, right? So love to see it. All right, We're going to merge the stream, so we're going to keep watching the Sabalenka match. She just got broken, Sabalenka. Danilovic is hanging into this set. Only barely. But good win by Zheng. She's into the 4th round, which will be in a couple of days' time. Takes out on Mboko in straights, and she is getting through this draw. Let's see if she has to play Sabalenka. Jump on over if you want to keep watching Sabalenka.